What's good, YouTube? Stormybman, and I'm back with a pre-fight video. Before we get started, I'd like to say shout out to the LDBC, the Lions Den Boxing Community, New Media, and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Coming up this May 2020, from Manchester Arena in England, London, we're going to have a heavyweight contest between Whyte and Alexander Povetkin. Two heavyweights whose careers may be on different paths. Whyte, who has a career record of 27-1 with 18 KOs, his sole loss coming to Anthony Joshua going back to December of 2015, is looking to keep himself busy until he gets his WBC #1 contention title shot. Has tried to stay busy also over the last 4 fights with the likes of Mariusz Whyte, Oscar Rivas, and Derek Chisora in matches that were lackluster and uneventful. Whyte is a personality who has a great deal of gift of gab, similar of the Tyson Fury ilk, but he has yet to really step up and allow his skills in the ring to set precedence over that. Matter of fact, in his last couple of fights, he's increasingly growing as a heavyweight. Against Whyte, he was nearly 300 pounds. At 6'5", that's not a good look. In the meantime, Povetkin, who enters the bout 35-2 with 1 draw, 24 KOs, and he's been knocked out in one of his 2 losses. Povetkin is looking to reinvigorate his career, coming off of a split decision draw over Michael Hunter, and that was in December of 2019, his most recent bout. Prior to that, he had defeated the likes of Fury, lost by TKO to Anthony Joshua in September of 2018, and a blowout win over David Price prior to that. Povetkin, who has a history of testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs, is looking to have an opportunity, one last shot at a title. But will he be clean? Will he remain clean? These two combatants are the type of fighters that have kind of soiled the division over the past few years, and without taking on top quality opposition within the top 10 rankings, they suddenly find themselves in against one another. I believe the only reason Whyte has taken this fight is because he believes Povetkin may be shot. But the one thing about a puncher, that's the last thing to leave him. And Povetkin has always had a big punch. Will Whyte be able to get out of the way? Will Whyte come in decent shape? It remains to be seen. How a fighter conditions himself mentally as well as physically is extremely telling on their performances. And if you look at Whyte's last couple of performances, as I stated earlier, they were lackluster. If you look at Povetkin, at least he was trying. No one turned a deaf ear to the fact that he had lost to Joshua. That was kind of expected. But in this fight, he should be able to turn back Whyte with his experience. Povetkin has been known to gas in the later rounds of matches. Whyte also gassed in the later rounds of his fight against Whyte. We have to see what these men really want to do with their careers. Although Povetkin is 40 years old, Whyte seems to battle as if he is 40 years old, although he's only 31. This is a heavyweight scrap. Anything can happen, especially when you're talking about the big boys. Whyte, who's a former kickboxer, he'll have to show us if he's learned how to defend himself against an aggressive, punching, slugging heavyweight with the ilk of Povetkin. Povetkin will need to wear Whyte down. I would suggest body shots early on, but Povetkin is a headhunter, so we'll see. Against Hunter, he had to battle back from an early blitz from Mike Hunter and weather the storm. And he did, and he made it through to the distance, getting that split decision draw. These two men may make for a good fracas because eventually someone's cojones will be called into question, and that's when you'll see who is able to overcome. Personally, I'd like to see these two guys really get in there and bang each other out, because someone will move on and get a title shot soon. The heavyweight division needs more smoke. We need more guys competing at the highest level. Hopefully, this will be a lead into more. What do you think? Why don't you leave comments and let's discuss this? This is Stormybman. That's all I have for you at this time. Until the next time we speak, peace.